Curt, obviously, first off, congratulations. 35 years you said you've been calling games. Now you're going to have the opportunity to do it up in the big leagues. You're going to have an opportunity to call the White Sox game. Just before we talk about how excited you are for it, just walk me through your emotions when you got the call.
What I really liked about it, Johnny, is the White Sox pulled a prank. And so it wasn't as if this was expected or an organized plan by me. So last week I got a call. The director of broadcasting up there for Chicago is Chris Quintana. It was actually an email, and he said, we're going to talk with all the affiliates. It was very natural. We're going to talk with all the minor league guys, all the affiliates. We want to find out how everyone is doing, and here's the Zoom link and all that. So I got on there, and the first thing I was doing, I was like, where's the Charlotte guy? Where's the Winston-Salem guy? Where's the Kannapolis guy? You know, I'm kind of, wondering where this is going. And then he was very, very casual about, hey, I've seen your work, heard your work, but we've never met before. It's really cool. So tell me about yourself, just like we're doing right now, So it was really laid back, really, really going, like, just anything that you would talk about. How's the family? Tell me about the team. What's cool in Birmingham and all of that stuff. And then we finally got I'd say about 2/3 of the way in. And he goes, well, you've been a great representative of our organization and your organization for 30 years, and we want to reward you. He goes, what are you doing on July 24th? And when you see the video, you can see I actually took him for real. I'm looking at my calendar. Like, well, I don't know. Maybe we got something. So I said, yeah, I'm free. And he goes, well, good. We're flying you to Chicago, and you're going to be doing a game with Len Casper. And it was a great trap. It was a great setup. So I really even appreciated that on top of everything else, instead of, you get a phone call, maybe you're expecting it, I'm the last, I'm a finalist for this, that, or the other. But this one came out of like nowhere, and made it even cooler.
Who was your first phone call to after you got the news?
Mom, absolutely. Yeah, I hesitated. I was trying to think. It was because my mom, my wife, my mom, my wife. The great thing about what I've been doing, this is important, is that my family really doesn't get it. They don't know. They don't appreciate it. My mom, like, when, where, why, how. Oh, that's nice. My wife, who just had hip surgery, she had a great line, and she goes, one game? She goes, all those phone calls and all these years, just one game? So the great thing is they've kept me grounded, really, really grounded, knowing, and I want to make this clear, I'm not auditioning.
Sure.
I'm going to fill in for Darren Jackson, and then my family keeps me grounded because they got a lot of things on their plate. Is the garbage emptied? Is the grass cut? Did you vacuum the floors? Oh, you're doing a White Sox game? Well, who's going to do your stuff when you're gone? That's great.
You obviously, there's so much preparation that goes into it.
Yeah.
People have no idea the charts. I'm looking around here. You got all your notes for tonight's game. As you're ready to go. For this game, late July, I know they're going to be taking on the Cleveland Guardians. When will you start preparing for that game?
I think mentally and physically, I already have. Yeah. I have taken a look at the Cleveland roster, making sure that I've got stories in my mind already. Now, when our current series is done, and I think this is important to remember, the most important game in my career is tonight, the Barons and the Montgomery Biscuits, all right? That's what the Barons pay me for. That's what the listeners and the viewers, that's what they want. They don't want stories about the White Sox and the Indians at this moment, or the Guardians at this moment. So I will go full throttle when this series is over. There'll be a couple of days off. But in the back of my mind, I see a guy on the Guardians. Now, the White Sox I should be able to handle. Most of their guys are former Barons. And I'm not scared. And a friend of mine told me a long time ago, the only difference is that there's more people in the stands, than there is in a minor league game. But treat it the same, act the same, broadcast it the same.
Sure. Next, I got two more for you.
Yeah.
Just talk about how long you waited for this moment. Obviously, 35 years. In a lot of ways, you're kind of like a player. They wait their whole career to opportunity to get called up. And just how excited are you for the moment?
Well, how long I've waited, the easiest way to look at it is my hair was as dark as yours when I started. And I thought it would last that way, my whole life. And then started, another year goes by, whoop, 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 a little gray here, a little gray there. I've been lucky and fortunate that this is an incredible passion, an incredible drive, an incredible desire. So I didn't count the names, the years, I should say, the years, the days, the games, because I get to do what I always want to do. Now, by calendar, Johnny, you have no choice, because it's going to tell you you started with the Barons in '92, and now we're in a different century and a different decade and all that kind of stuff. So you have no choice but to count. And it does go back, if I can teach again, to anybody out there, whoever dreams of doing anything, and not just what you and I are doing, but I want to be an astronaut. I want to own my own repair shop.
Sure.
Go for it. Go for it with passion, with energy, with life, and never take no for an answer. Just keep going.
Awesome. Final question I have for you. You were telling me off the air, this actually a really fun Barons connection when you're going to be calling the game, because the opposing manager for Cleveland's going to be Tito Francona. Can you just speak on your relationship you have with him? If you're planning obviously to hang out with him, have a chat with him while you're there, and just how cool is it that you kind of start your career with him over here, and then your first big league game, he's going to be in the opposing dugout?
There could have been 29 other teams, and it would have been great. That's fantastic. I hesitate to call him a mentor. That's a tough word to use because he's only a few years older. But what he has meant to me and what he's shown me how to be a professional, loyalty, the fact that you could be, in his case, a Hall of Fame manager. He was really a very good player, but yet he's the most down-to-earth guy in the entire world. What he has meant to me and my family and my career could not be measured by this interview. To let you in, the last 2 or 3 opportunities that I've had, I make one text, one phone call, and he says, give me the name, give me the number. And it's like within 30 minutes, it's done. So that's about as impressive as I can make it. And, just goosebumps. I know he and the hitting instructor, Mike Barnett, we were all together during the Jordan years too. So I'm looking forward to that. It just, again, is just this mystical thing. It happens to be the Guardians, and Tito is going to be over there. And I think what's going to happen is, a long answer, is that he's going to blow me off. He's going to brush me off in front of everybody. He'll yell dirty names, and then he will give me the biggest hug and the biggest embrace. And I hope somebody gets it on camera, because what he means to me and my family and my career cannot even begin to be described in one interview.